Hey everybody, this is Ted Check, recovering reporter. So here's a headline from NPR, which we know is at least somewhat financed by the federal government. But that's something that I take up here in my new book, which is going to be out next month. Anyway, that's just a quick promo there. Trump campaign staff had altercation with official at Arlington National Cemetery. So depending on who you talk to and what source you go to, this was either a hoax that NPR bit on hook, line, and sinker, or something may have happened, but it's possible that NPR didn't characterize it in quite the right way. And then the question is, did they know that they were mischaracterizing it simply by relying on one source? So let's read on here. Two members of Donald Trump's campaign staff had a verbal and physical altercation Monday with an official at Arlington National Cemetery, where the former president participated in a wreath-laying ceremony, NPR has learned. Now, let's just note here quickly that our current president, Joe Biden, was nowhere to be found. He was not present here. He was on a beach somewhere. He should have been there, but he wasn't. A source with knowledge of the incident said the cemetery official tried to prevent Trump staffers from filming and photographing in a section where recent U.S. casualties are buried. So the second thing I have a problem with is a source of knowledge of the incident, with knowledge of the incident. I have a problem with that. I've always had a problem with unnamed sources because it just creates the question of impropriety. It creates, this doubt. Maybe this person doesn't exist. Maybe NPR made up this person out of nothing. Or why, if it is a true source, if it's an actual person, why are they afraid to give their name? What's the deal? The source said, right there I got a really big problem. The source said Arlington officials had made clear that only cemetery staff members would be authorized to take photographs or film in the area known as Section 60. When the cemetery official tried to prevent Trump campaign staff from entering Section 60, campaign staff verbally abused and pushed the official aside, according to the source. So that's NPR. Let's take a look at Stephen Chung, who is on the campaign staff. He's on the Trump staff, and he writes on X, "We were granted access to have a photographer there." And this he says is, I believe the implication is that this is from the cemetery. Only former President Trump may have an official photographer and or videographer outside of the main media pool. If any other attendees, DVs, I don't know what DVs, would like to bring media, they must arrive at 7 a.m. and be incorporated into the press pool. We recommend against bringing additional media due to limited space available in the press pool. So Chung is establishing that they had a right to be there, that they had a right to photograph and to take videos in this section 60. But also, they are disputing, Chung is disputing in a statement that there was any physical altercation. There was no physical altercation as described, and we are prepared to release footage if such defamatory claims are made. The fact is that a private photographer was permitted on the premises, and for whatever reason, an unnamed individual, clearly suffering from a mental health episode, decided to physically block members of President Trump's team during a very solemn ceremony. That's very interesting. We're going to have to see if anything more comes of this, because I'd like to know about this mental health episode. And who exactly was this individual anyway? And were they instructed to physically block? Were they a police officer? Were they a security personnel that they were able to physically block other individuals? And then let's take a look at one other thing here. This is from the families. We would like to express our heartfelt thanks and appreciation to President Donald J. Trump for his presence at the recent Section 60 gathering. So they're saying that was the name of it, the Section 60 gathering. So if you've got permission, if it was held at Section 60 and you have permission, then you have permission to go into Section 60. Honoring our children and their fallen brothers and sisters on the 3-year anniversary of the Abbey Gate bombing. The President and his team conducted themselves with nothing but the utmost respect and dignity for all of our service members, especially our beloved children. We had given our approval for President Trump's official videographer and photographer to attend the event, ensuring these sacred moments of remembrance were respectfully captured, and so we can cherish these memories forever. So there you go. That's from the families, and you see that, and these are the folks that signed this letter. So what do we have here? Do we have NPR using one source, it appears, when they probably should have waited and checked it out with more sources to see if they could independently confirm what they were hearing from this unnamed source? Or did they just say, oh, we got this thing, boom, let's go with it. It's against Trump, and we all know it's common knowledge that they are very left-leaning, so they're just looking to grab anything they can about Trump. Something may have happened. There may have been some type of altercation, but it appears as though, we don't know the scope of it. We don't know to what degree. And I personally would like to see footage. I would like to see the footage that the Trump campaign says it has. And I also wonder if there were cameras, cemetery cameras that were up. So there's a lot that that hopefully should come to light. I don't know how this story is kind of caught on, but we'll just have to see. I mean, if it has legs, if the story has legs, then that might force or motivate other people to report on it, and further information might come out. That's what I'm hoping. So what do you think of all this? Let me know your thoughts, and I will talk to you later.